Hello, adults. It's Wednesday evening, so I wanted to have something for you. We'll have something for the kids too. But a lot of times you'll hear me or other pastors talk about, quote unquote, the early church. If you haven't already discovered, this man, Eusebius, is our best historian of the early church because he was the first one, and he lived right up until the time when Christianity became legal. And he started this history when it was not legal. And then once the emperor converted, Eusebius was really in with the emperor. And so he continued writing with the favor of the Roman Empire. But this edition by Paul Maier, I'm sure you could look at it from Amazon, by Kriegel, I think is the name of it. Yeah, Kriegel, is a good edition. So you get what Eusebius wrote, and then you get commentary by this Paul Maier. There have been times when Eusebius was thought to be untrustworthy as a historian, but as time goes by and they do more and more checking, he's coming out pretty good. I thought today, just as kind of a starter, you might be interested in what Eusebius says about the Emperor Domitian. Domitian was emperor in the late 1st century. So he's emperor maybe 60 years after Jesus. And then here's what Eusebius is writing about. And he says in the 15th year of Domitian, he began a persecution because his niece had started professing Christ. Okay, wow. And then talks about, I guess you could pause this and read the words more carefully if you like, but says that Jude, the brother of the Savior, humanly speaking, claimed that he was from David's family and related to Christ himself. Domitian wanted to interview the relatives of Jesus, and so he brought them in. So we'll start here where it says 20. Still surviving of the Lord's family were the grandsons of Jude, who was said to be his brother according to the flesh. So Jesus's brother's grandsons. And they were informed on being descendants of David. So-and-so brought them before Caesar, Domitian, who, like Herod, was afraid of the coming of Christ. Domitian asked them if they were descended from David, and they admitted it. Then he asked them how much property and money they had. And they replied that they had only 9,000 denarii between them, half belonging to each other. And this, they said, was not in the form of cash, but the estimated value of only 39 plethora of land, which is about 22 acres, from which they paid taxes, etc. Then they showed Caesar the calluses on their hands and the hardness of their bodies from labor. They were asked about Christ and his kingdom, its nature, origin, time of appearance. They replied that it was not of this world or earthly, but angelic and heavenly, and that it would be established at the end of the world, when he would come in glory to judge the living and the dead and reward everyone according to his deeds. At this, Domitian, Caesar, did not condemn them, but despising them as simple sorts, let them go free, and ordered that the persecution against the church cease. Anyway, so the grand nieces of Jesus are brought before the emperor, and he lets them off because he thinks they're just a bunch of rubes. So here ends our first little Wednesday lesson or Wednesday thought for the day. And I hope you're intrigued. That was from Eusebius, The Church History by Paul Meyer. God bless.